nigga. Lights out.
Yeah, we getting in.
I'm off that NyQuil and that loud pack. Slurring when I spit it hot enough to make it breezy swag. Pour whopper on you, make you run it like I'm X-Lax. Nasty with my spiel, pimp my pen like sex for racks. They try to top me, but they can't stop me. I'm drugs, got them hooked on the signs that I drop, G. Diamond conversation, fuck the district though. Armstrong and steady like my niggas with the liquid flow. And my flow now, on top of the pile. I'm on top of my game and I'ma be here a while. Style wild too, must I break dance? Swap a pop lock on you, make you break fast. Way grimy, stole the apple, killed the snake fast. Jailhouse showers though we free enough to take baths. 5 times I bow to shake the bullshit. Keep a cannon on me, nigga, test me, I'ma pull quick. Lifestyles of the thugged out. Sex, money, and murder, we burnt out. Everybody in the town over bracket. Turned up. What? We turned up. Niggas is turned up. Lifestyles of the thugged out. Sex, money, and murder, we burnt out. Turned up. Everybody in the town over bracket. Turned up. What? We turned up. Bitches is turned up. Still gangsta chronicle like early 2000. Focus like a motherfucker. Black Mikey clowning. Everybody know I got the A1 sound, man. Bottom flow tactics, foundation of the helm, man. Unfuckwittable, I am living proof. Hot like the...
Yeah, what's up, folks? We gonna get up in here one more time. Yeah, so we're talking a little boxing talk, man. Some of this shit I heard. So, let's pull it up here. Let me see if I can find this article real quick. But it looks like Eddie Hearn is talking shit once again. The boy is at it. He over there talking about, let's see here. There we go. Here we go. Well, the article is on the boxing scene. It says Hearn, Wilder Fury pay-per-view numbers is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I read some of the stuff he said in here. And at least boxing scene this times weren't biased on their comments here. They basically said that Wilder Fury at a price range of $74.99 brought in $24.3 million in pay-per-view revenue. While White versus Parker, which retailed for a third of the price at $19.95, only brought in $8.1 million in revenue. So not only that, they should have brought up the Zone in this article as well. Because the Zone haven't been doing great numbers over here either. Hey, yeah, World Breaker, I get in tonight. If you I'll be much obliged. Yeah, I was just covering this Hearn talking smack, and then I heard that Tyson Fury's daddy came out, and basically said, hey man, stop messing with the church's money. Because Frank Warren, I bet he's getting tired too. He's getting tired every time he turn around. Hearn got something to say against what he got going on as well. I'll email you later. Yeah, I'm gonna email you right when I'm done with this. Yeah, so Frank Warren replied to Eddie Hearn. I don't know where the article's at, but he at least, from what I hear, he gave him a tongue lashing, and he should have. And I believe that Eddie Hearn is lucky that Shelly Finkel and Lou, they not as talkative as Frank Warren. He's because I know Lou DiBella has worked overseas in the UK. I believe he has. And I'm pretty sure he knows a little bit about Eddie Hearn as well. Also, Frank Warren, he said what I've been saying all along, that Eddie Hearn ain't in charge. Eddie Hearn is still, just the face of the whole Matchroom Boxing. Basically, he's an employee. He's employee, and his daddy is still in control. I've been saying that this whole time, that Eddie Hearn can get out here and say whatever the hell he want about his fighters, the Zone, and all this stuff, but he's not in control of anything. Eddie Hearn maybe signs the contracts, but I'm pretty sure he has like some, you know, directional authority, some type of, you know, some bi-direction or some type of authority to where he could sign in lieu of his daddy. But he's not the one that has to pay the taxes at the end of the year. He's not the one that, he's not the one that has the final say with these negotiations when it comes to Deontay Wilder. And I believe that if Matchroom Boxing really wanted Deontay Wilder to fight AJ, Eddie Hearn should be, you know, saying, hey, man, they doing good and blah, blah, blah. You know, try to get his side, his fans on board with the Wilder and AJ fight so it could bring in more revenue. But he's not doing that. He's been talking all this time about, yeah, he's a daddy houseboy. Eddie Hearn's been talking all this time about, you know, Deontay Wilder needed to build his profile. But but everything that Eddie Hearn is saying has been trying to diminish Deontay Wilder's profile. Everything this dude been, you know, why you gonna talk about this dude's numbers, but you ain't talking about your numbers? You know, you supposed to have the biggest heavyweight star in the UK, and you supposed to be you already shut up shop in New York in a little bitty tiny office, but you supposed to be the promoter of the year and the new jack on the block, but you can't even, you know, sell a program that's less than what pay-per-view costs. You want $10 a month, first month free, and you still can't do over 15,000 subscribers. You know, but you want to sit up over here and talk about, oh, and then another thing, Eddie Hearn this whole time was saying that Deontay Wilder, I mean, he was saying the whole time that Fury ain't ready. This whole time before the fight, but I've been saying Fury was ready because I believe that a guy that's in the gym like that and he's not taking no breaks like some of these heavyweight fighters do. You know, they take breaks. They don't eat right. They always in the club, kind of like Chris Arreola, always drinking, always up in the club, and he even admitted it. Tyson Fury was motivated, trying to get his belts back, trying to get where he was before, you know, the coke and you know, depression and all that stuff. But anyways, so Eddie Hearn says that Tyson Fury wasn't ready. And then he goes to say, so if Wilder would have won devastatingly, he would have been a fucking nightmare. So you saying that at first, nah, Tyson ain't ready. And if he wins, it's because of this. But now you saying because you saw the Tyson Fury that showed up in the ring, that showed out in the ring, now you saying that it would have been a nightmare. But it would have been a nightmare when? In the 4th round, the 5th round, the 1st round? Or it would have been fucking devastating. Wilder would have been a nightmare if he would have knocked him out in the 12th round. Like, you know, this dude is always out there running his mouth and contradicting himself, but none of his fans are, none of his fangirls are out there calling him out. But what I've been noticing is on the internet lately, some of these YouTube channels, they've been quiet with it. I haven't seen Hatman hitting up Wilder like he used to. Haven't seen Kiwi Boxing, ain't been saying shit. Rick by McGregor, I don't know what he been doing. I ain't seen shit from him. The only one that's still out there, there's 3 of them that's still out there, was like the Librarian, Bruce Vane, and Sporting Icons. But they can't do nothing but repeat the same thing over and over again. They can't say nothing new. And even they out there contradicting themselves. Because how you going to say that Wilder 300 plus K pay-per-view numbers, his first time ever doing pay-per-view, was a bust? At least Tyson Fury came up over here, did a hell of a job promoting, help promoting this fight. At least he can say that he did pay-per-view in the United States. At least he can say that I contributed to generating more than what you guys do over there in pay-per-view in the UK. That's why Tyson Fury even said it. If I beat Wilder, I ain't going back. Because Tyson Fury already knows what the deal is. Tyson Fury will be the one to get the media to get behind him before Wilder does. Because, in my opinion, the U.S. media still does not respect Wilder's boxing abilities. And that Wilder that we saw in the ring wasn't the Wilder that we knew. The way Wilder was throwing punches, the way Wilder only threw one good jab, in my opinion. And that's the one that had Fury's nose bleeding. Because Fury literally stepped back. His eyes were in shock. Like, what the fuck this dude hit me with? Hold up. And then he backed off a little bit. So y'all, I mean, come on, Eddie Hearn. Come on, Eddie Hearn. And another thing I wanted to talk about, I don't know the dude's name. Let me look it up. It's another thing I wanted to talk about that I find weird. So there was a transgender boxer out there by the name of Patricio Manuel. I don't know exactly what happened in the fight, but I know it was a unanimous decision that she won. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that because there was a male boxing match, but she I guess she transgender over to a male. So I'm just gonna keep it real. No offense to the person, but I can't fake the funk on that. I got family members that are transgenders, but I'm not gonna live your lie. What's up, AA? If Wilder has done 320K buys, that's equal to 85% of the UK pay-per-view generated for AJ versus Povetkin. The rematch is the money fight in boxing for Fury. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. There's something that I read in there that I want to say. Yeah. Well, you have to understand, right along with that 320K buys that he did, which is equivalent to what AJ and Povetkin did, you know, because I don't think AJ has made over, I don't think any of AJ's fights have grossed over 30 million pounds or $30 million from pay-per-view. But what I would say is that I find it kind of odd what Eddie Hearn said. When Eddie Hearn said that if Wilder does 700, we give him 40%. If Wilder does $1 million, we'll give him 50%. So Wilder's pay-per-view numbers have to do more than what AJ does in the UK for him to get a fair shake. That's what he said in the past, but that's not what he's saying now. But that's what he said before the fight, you know, happened, before what anybody knew what the numbers were going to do. I find that kind of strange because why would you say this guy has to do way more than what I do to get a fair shake? I think a fair shake, even right now, for Wilder versus AJ in the UK might be 50%. But I'm still leaning on the lines around 40%. And the reason why I would say that is because we all know that when you go into it, we all know. Look at all AJ's fights that have from Carlos Takam and up. You know, not hitting Carlos Takam. You know, Carlos Takam didn't even look like he was hurt, but the ref stopped it. You know, the fight with Povetkin and Joshua. Look how the ref was reacting. Like he couldn't even grab him. Look at the fight with even look at the one with Parker. Look at the one with Parker. Like, come on, bruh. Like he couldn't even. The ref was helping out AJ. Parker couldn't even damn near grab the dude. Couldn't even get in the inside because the ref wouldn't let him. So if you look at Wilder going up over there, and Wilder gets stumbled like he was stumbled against Ortiz, or even gets stumbled like Carlos Takam, will the ref stop it? You know, will the ref, you know, strip Deontay Wilder of his belt for and with the judges strip him of his belt for a fight that is close, like the Tyson Fury versus Wilder fight? You know, there's all, I mean, and then not only that is, Wilder will be losing money. They will be losing money. Because even at $1 million buys, the zone is not going to generate 25 million. If you do 10 times $1 million, that's 10 million. If you do $1 million times 75, that's 75 million. I don't know, Muzzleloss Donkeys, man. Just over here talk about this old slickster Eddie Hearn. You know? So if I think that if Eddie Hearn wants Deontay Wilder to do more than what they do out there to get more money, I think, and he want to sit up over here and he want to keep constantly talking shit, I wouldn't fight AJ. The fans don't even, and especially as me being a man and the fight being that close, I want my W. I want to go up in there and win by a knockout or unanimous decision against this dude. I couldn't put this dude down. You know, I want to show this cat what I'm about. And the only way to do that is a rematch. And plus, with all that jive shit that Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn been doing, well, you know what? I'm not even going to say it's really Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua ain't the boss. Anthony Joshua don't tell Eddie Hearn what to do. It's vice versa. Deontay Wilder tells Lou, Shelly Finkel, and everybody around him what to do. Al Heyman don't run Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is his own thing. And that's one reason why, and that's another thing. Why the fuck AJ gonna sign $1 million contract, $100 million contract for 3 years? What was it, for 4 or 5 fights? Obviously, Eddie Hearn gave him $100 million because Eddie Hearn knew he could make more. Yeah, it's old ass Betty Hearn, Laws. Old ass Eddie. Because he knew he could make more. AJ ain't even smart enough to know, like, and why does AJ even have his own? He has fighters signed to him. Acting like he's smart enough to know boxing, smart enough to know this managerial and promotional stuff. He over there acting like he's smart enough to know all this stuff, like he know all this stuff, and coming off like he's this some so-called smart intellectual gentleman. But he signed a contract, which I think that he could have got more than $100 million. He could have probably got 200-300 if he'd have ran it back to back with Deontay Wilder in the United States. And that's 2 fights. That's 2 fights. The first probably he could have made, they probably could have, you know, did 3, 4, 5, 500. Then the next fight, they probably could have done $1 million or more. You know? And then win or lose, AJ could have fought Tyson Fury over there in the UK, or came up over here and fought Tyson Fury up over here in the States in Vegas. But instead of signing Eddie Hearn to him so he could be the boss, he signed a contract because he thought he was smarter than the average boxer. But now he's looking he's looking like a dumbass, just like Dillian White. That's why Ortiz left. That's why fighters continue over and over to leave Matchroom Boxing. It's because of Eddie Hearn. Ortiz left. I think Dillian White's going to leave. Dillian White's going to be like, what the fuck? And if Dillian White can generate over $20 million for one fight, because he's been building this brand over in the UK, he has his own fans. He could do his own pay-per-view. He has his own fans. Why would you sign at Matchroom Boxing? People can say, oh, it's a fight-by-fight basis or this and the third, but Dillian Whyte signed to that motherfucker. Dillian Whyte ain't his own man either. Because if Dillian Whyte was his old man, he would have been smart enough. He would have fought Brazil. Hey, I'm telling you, Laws Dawkins, something ain't right about that. Something is not right. Because any Stevie Wonder can see that shit. You don't even need really too much common sense to find out what should I do. I should fight fucking Chisora, or I should fight Dominic Brazil. Oh, I should fight Derek Chisora because Eddie Hearn says if I do that and win, I can possibly get a shot at AJ if something doesn't pop up with Eddie. Because Eddie keep talking about fighting AJ, talking about AJ fighting Usyk, AJ fighting who else? Dillian Whyte. I mean, not Dillian. He's talking about three other people. I know he brought up Usyk. He bought somebody else other than Dillian Whyte. Other than Dillian Whyte. Yeah, he did. He said Usyk, but I noticed, but what if you fight Deontay Wilder? Then he gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? What if Joseph Parker? What if Joseph Parker won another round and they come to find that's gonna make more money? Because don't nobody in the UK, in my opinion, really want to see that fight, AJ versus Dillian Whyte. Because if AJ even was to fight AJ in April, Dillian Whyte won't be fighting him no time soon. Especially if he gets banged up pretty good, he's not going to take that Dillian Whyte fight. He's going to go and fight somebody else. You know, that's just me. If you look at all them other boxers that was on the panel for the Deontay, with all the ex-boxers out there, when they asked them fighters, how come you didn't fight this dude, or would you do what your promoter told you to do? Everybody that said, yeah, I did what my promoter told me to do, blah 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 blah, they looked like they had some type of guilt, some type of a regret, because they lost a legacy fight. They literally lost a legacy fight. Now they got this, what if I would have fought this dude and I would have won? I could have done this and that and the third. I could have still went on and fought that dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Dillian Whyte's going to be in. Because as soon as Dillian Whyte loses against Wilder, his number's going to plummet. Yeah, you're right, Lost Duncan. That's what Eddie Hearn tells everybody. He told Ortiz that too. He told he gave Big Baby Miller Losers of Ganger too over there in New York. When it was that old transatlantic shit, when they first put that little corner space for Matchroom Boxing up in New York, he flaunted Big Baby Miller around. He always put that, well, it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you do to prostitutes. Yeah, how about you going down there and make my money, baby? And if you do that, then maybe daddy can do something extra for you. You keep doing that shit over and over again, getting that bitch thinking that she about to get more money over and over again, but I keep socking it to her pocket. Come on, man. This is just, Eddie Hearn. Yeah, Rob, you too, man. Salute to you too, man. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, now back to this transgender boxing thing, man. It's a female boxer turned male. 33-year-old Manuel wins over Aguilera Mark. Yeah, it was a 6-year journey she had. She won by unanimous decision. Damn, it said in 2005, Manuel flew to Salt Lake City to have his breast removed, and his grandmother paid for nearly $6,000 in procedures. Let me tell y'all something. I do not believe in males. Let me start off by saying this. There is a male transgender fighting women in the MMA. that goes by the name of Fallon Fox. This dude's last two opponents, I believe the first one had a broken orbital bone, and the second one had a fractured skull. Now, I do not believe, I don't care how you put it, men that transition over to a woman or whatever you want to call it should not be fighting women in the ring. And that's a prime example. I don't care how you say that how the DNA is structured now, the hormones or whatever, or that they lose bone density and stuff like that. I think there is something that science cannot define when they step into this ring. I think that there are male boxers out there that women can beat, just like this woman has done in the ring. She went up in there and she beat a dude. But you have to think about it. There's something called hormone replacements and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure VADA is allowing her to take hormones and keep her hormone count up to a certain extent, because what's going to happen is you're not going to gain muscle. You're not going to have that. You can't call yourself a transgender without in my opinion, without that that extra oomph to help you grow a beard like this sister got in the photo. She got a full-blown Rick Ross beard. So you could call it whatever you want to. And I think that, let me see what, let me type in this, type in the name so I can get the box rec. So I can put up the box rec. See if she even got a box rec. I don't even think she got one. Okay. Let me see. Oh, first fight. It's the first fight. Featherweight. First white featherweight. So, and she beat Hugo Aguilera. And this guy had, god damn, this dude got all L's. He got, before the fight, he had 5 L's. He had 1 by TKO, 2 by unanimous decision, majority decision, and 1 L by KO. This dude got 5 L's. Damn, dude, that shit sucks. You mean to tell me this dude, how the fuck you go home like that? This dude got to go home to his wife or his peoples or whatever, got beat up by a Decepticon. God damn. Can't get no lower than that. Ooh, boy. Shit, that woman whooped your ass. I don't care how you put it. You got your ass whooped. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm not getting in the ring with Claressa Shields. I ain't no boxer. And I ain't doing it. Because that woman hit me, man. I'm going to have to pull out the strap. I'm going to have to pull out the strap. I'm going to blast her. I see how the way she hit that woman the other day. Hell nah. Ain't going to have me looking like a fool in the ring. But this dude right here, this woman fought a dude with 6 L's, 5 L's. God damn. But I'm going to tell you this one thing. This shit ain't going to last. This woman, I guarantee you, this woman, let me pull it up, because I wanted to get my story accurate first. This woman is going to get hurt. I don't care how you put it. I don't care how you squeeze it, or whatever the case may be. This woman's going to get hurt. I mean, it's pretty cool to see that a woman can transition over to a male and fight a male and win by unanimous decision. But it's not going to last, and I think it's fucking dangerous. And the reason why I think it's dangerous is, just like I said, Fallon Fox is up in the MMA ring, transition to a woman, fighting these women, breaking their skulls. And the reason why he's breaking their skulls is because he's a fucking man. And there's something about science there's something about, medically speaking, science holds the key to. And it does not lie. Because when them fists start flowing, them tendons, the muscle structure, the bone structure, and all that stuff, it plays in the account. And that motherfucker's heavy fisted. Yeah. And I think that, let's see here. Anybody in the top 10 in featherweight, top 15 in featherweight is going to hurt this motherfucker. And in the sport of boxing, when you see these old fighters when they retire and all this stuff, and the way they talk, and the way and the elements that they have from day to day, I don't think it's healthy at all. I think that somebody's going to end up hurting this woman. And yeah, I would feel sorry for the dude that would have to do it. Just off the simple fact is that there's people that get in the ring that never bounce back from the injuries outside of their ring. And we might see that come maybe in the next couple of years from this woman. And I wouldn't want to see an episode of a boxer, period, having to go to the medical facility because, hey, salute to you, J1 Pro, have to go to check into a hospital because they have a brain bleed, you know, or because they got hit so hard their heart stopped beating, or, you know, their kidneys never worked the same because somebody boxed them damn things out, you know. And a woman's, and really, to tell you the truth, a woman's stomach ain't built like a male's. So this woman gonna want to get up in the boxing ring with these dudes and get hit in the stomach. I mean, you see these dudes pissing blood from, you know, from their kidneys, you know, liver and all that stuff. Your stomach ain't built like a dude's. The muscles aren't the same, you know. So people can say whatever they want to, whatever, about my opinion with this, but I'm not bashing this woman. I'm just stating the facts that this woman is going to get in the ring with a dude one day, and people are going to start questioning this whole transgender and combat sports, period. They're going to start, they already questioned it with the Fallon Fox dude fighting these women, breaking their orbital bones. You know, what if this dude socked one of these women in the stomach and they'd never be able to have kids again or something? You know what I'm saying? Because some of these women, when they have kids, you know, it messes up with their abdominal muscles. You know, some of them can't do sit-ups. Some of them, even when no matter how hard they try to do sit-ups, they will never get that definition. They will never get that strength. You know what I'm saying? So people can say whatever they want to, but that's just the way it is. You know? There's something else I want to talk about, man, but I totally forgot. Let me get this. I think it was something on. Boxing scene. Let's see. See, now they're saying Joshua will be ringside scouting the White Chisora rematch. Ain't that about a bitch? So you mean to tell me this dude couldn't postpone his so-called obligations with whoever he had to go watch the fight? And he knew when the fight was going to happen. You know, he knew when the fight was going to happen. He could have He could have sat there and postponed that thing a month or two out. He knew. But he's gonna be out there for that White Chisora rematch, baby. He's gonna be ringside. Bitch ass motherfucker. And then the thing about it is, the article say he's scouting White Chisora rematch when the nigga don't even know who he fighting next. Cause Eddie Hearn holds the key. Shit. Motherfucker, ain't that about a bitch? Yeah, laws that's stupid as fuck. Like, why the fuck is he even gonna be there? Oh, you know why he gonna be there? He there for ticket sales. That's why he there. He there so Dillian White can get some more ticket sales. So motherfuckers can go over there and try to touch AJ's muscles and shit. So they can size him. So they go, hey, remember Major Payne? You plotting on me, boy? That's gonna be AJ. They be looking at his face, somebody, you plotting on me, boy? This motherfucker. Oh shit! I hope he didn't say that in this article. Oh, let's see what he said. Why we found it? Says if we get Wilder, who was our number one choice, fantastic. If we get Fury, who was the number two choice, brilliant. If we don't get Wilder or Fury, the winner of the 22nd is a must. You have to say the winner of White Chisora is the number 4 heavyweight in the world. Hearn told man, that's a goddamn lie. This dude said the winner of White Chisora is the number 4 heavyweight in the world. The number fucking 4. I don't think so, bruh. In my opinion, you're after Ortiz, so you around 5'6", my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bruh. You can't even. Oh, you know another thing I want to talk about? That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this whole. I want to touch what is this whole. What's that damn thing again? Hey, Gen 1 Pro, man. He did. He ain't lost all respect with me. I just think that there was something somebody said, man. I forget who said this shit. But some people really don't become adults until they around in their 30s. You know? And I don't think that, I think the lifestyle that AJ has had, I don't think he's really saw anything. You know, to be like, okay, I know, you know, when I had my first, let me tell you something. I had my first apartment at 17, straight out of high school. And I thought I knew everything. But luckily, I had my, you know, older brother, you know, living with me. You know, he wasn't a roommate and everything, but he just stayed there to just, you know, another extra body to help out with rent. Because I was a full-time student at the time as well. And had a full-time job. And I thought I knew everything. And luckily, I had my brother there with me to kind of, you know, make sure I don't get, you know, done over by people. You know, because, you know, straight out of high school, got my own apartment. You know, he made sure I didn't get ran over by the weed man. He made sure I wasn't, when I did get stuff, he made sure that I didn't go overboard with it. You know, he always kept me out of trouble, kept me right with my money and all that stuff. Make sure, you know, I didn't, you know, keep too many fuck people around me. You know, he made, but if I knew if I would have been on my own, you know, it would have took me a little bit. It would have took me a couple times to fall before I start realizing that I'm getting suckered by Eddie Hearn. You know, that's the only part that gets me with him is that, you know, he thinks he's smart, but, you know, but I think right now he knows he's getting played. I think right now, especially when he signed that contract, you know, with Eddie Hearn, I think he knows he's getting played. I think it's, dang, man, you made me lose my train of thought. What I was talking about. Yeah, back to this thing. Yeah, so Ring Magazine comes out, puts Tyson Fury as number 1. Okay, yeah, fine, whatever, right? But what does that exactly mean? Ring Magazine. Like, to me, Ring Magazine, as of this day and age, means nothing. Yeah, he a hoe. He a hoe, Lost Dawkins. He a straight hoe. But, you know, what do you expect from kids, Lost Dawkins? He's a kid. Anthony Joshua's a fucking child. You know? Just because you 18 and up don't mean that you were an adult. That your actions does the talking for that. Just because you 18 and you paying some bills, a couple of bills, and you own your own car in your house, don't make you don't make you an adult. It's your actions, and his actions ain't speaking for him. That's the reason why I'm saying I haven't lost all respect for him, because he's a child. He's a child in a man's body. He's a child in a power lifter's body. That's what he is. Yeah, so this Ring Magazine. I don't give a damn what they say. And a lot of people shouldn't. And the reason why I say that is because Ring Magazine is owned by who? Deontay Wilder fights under the PBC brand. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that too. You know, he's stuck with sucking on Eddie Hearn's ninny. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's my opinion. I think he is. I think he's stuck on sucking on Eddie Hearn's ninny. You know what I'm saying? Straight full Similac breath. That's what he is. He got that full blown Similac breath. And so Deontay Wilder is fights under the PBC brand. And I still think to this day that Golden Boy Promotions, who owns Ring Magazine, the old Ring bullshit, is biased towards Deontay Wilder. They biased. Hell, Deontay Wilder was with him and then he left. And then Oscar De La Hoya was trying to get him back. Trying to say, hey, man, come on back, man. We get you this and that and the third, but you didn't get me nothing when I was there. I didn't fight Charles Martin. I mean, I didn't fight Stavern until I left y'all motherfuckers. I believe it was with the PBC by then. Until I left y'all motherfuckers. Y'all wasn't giving me shit. Because just like Golden Boy Promotions, just like the American media, they refuse to respect Deontay Wilder's gangster. They all keep looking at this guy like he's not a boxer. They all keep looking at this guy like he ain't got no talent. I believe Deontay Wilder does have boxing abilities. And I believe that guy that was in the ring versus Fury, that was not the Deontay Wilder we knew. That was not the Deontay Wilder that fought Gerald Washington, because what the hell was them jabs? The left hook looked a little bit better, but that 1-2 was not there. The right hook wasn't there. None of that was there. The body shots was decent. The right hook to the body shot was decent. I like the way not decent, but I like the way that jab that hit fucking Tyson Fury in the nose that busted it. That was a very good jab. I think that was one of the best jabs I ever saw him throw. Those straight lefts to the body were good. And a couple of those right hooks to the body were great. But that was not the Deontay Wilder that we knew. That was not the Deontay Wilder that fought Gerald Washington. That was not the Deontay Wilder that fought Stavern. That was not the Deontay Wilder that fought Louis King Kong Ortiz. That was not. Hell, when Deontay Wilder fought Stavern the first time, everybody was saying this motherfucker can't go the distance. People were saying Deontay Wilder can't go the distance before he fought Stavern. That's what I meant, before he fought Stavern. Yeah, that was that fight. They were saying that they were saying all kind of things. He can't box. He can't do this. You know what I'm saying? But the subtle things that you see Deontay Wilder do in the ring makes me believe that he has somewhat of boxing abilities. But it's the American media. It's the failure of the American media to put they power behind Deontay Wilder is the reason why he's in the state that he is now. You got people out there talking about Deontay Wilder is not marketable. Why is he not marketable? Almost anybody is marketable. If Deontay Wilder was white, where would he be? If Lomo, yeah, I'm gonna say Lomachenko was white, where would he be? I mean, black, where would he be? If Triple G was black, where would he be? Hey, J1 Pro, you see how easy it was for Wilder to knock down Fury in that 12th round? It looked like Wilder didn't even try. He hit the motherfucker with a jab, and then he slapped Tyson Fury's hand down, and he came back with that right hand that we all know him to throw. That left hook was not flush. He hit him with the inside of the glove, but it snapped his head back, and I don't believe Tyson Fury's head bounced off the canvas. I think Tyson Fury's head not bouncing off the canvas, it's the only thing that saved him. Because he would have had that two-way motion. Usually what they say is with concussions is that it's a two-way motion effect that causes the brain to jolt from side to side or back to front to slap on the membrane on the skull, which causes bruising, which causes the knockout or the concussion. And I don't think Tyson Fury's head bounced off the canvas. I didn't see it. I didn't go back and replay the thing correctly or whatever, but hold on, I gotta send a text. No, I didn't buy drinks. Oh man. Hold on, I gotta text my old lady. Yeah. I don't think and then another thing is like people out there saying that Tyson Fury is a boxing master and all that stuff. If Tyson Fury was a master boxer and all that jive talk and all that stuff, it wouldn't have been no draw. Tyson Fury would have got the unanimous decision, or he would have got a knockout. Why do they not get behind the black boxers over there, bro? I don't know, Laws Dawkins. I don't know. But imagine if AJ was looked like Vladimir Klitschko coming out of Britain. Technically Carlos Takam, he's from a ex-French colony. That's why he speaks French. He's damn near French. He might be from Africa, but he's damn near French. Damn, you know what? I didn't even, Carlos Takam is he's by Nigeria. It's called God damn, that boy is by Nigeria. I forget what it's called. When it comes to me, I'll say it. But I believe it's by Nigeria. Yeah. I think Ernesto Hoost was French, but he was a kickboxer, and they didn't really get behind him. And he was a hard leg artist. He hard with them leg kicks. They're not really. And the reason why they're not really is because they don't look like them. They don't look like the majority. And when it comes to sports, yeah, Cameroon. There you go, Cameroon. I know a few chicks from Cameroon too, but they can't speak French because they got something wrong with them. Yeah, but he from Cameroon. I believe Cameroon is by. Let me see. I believe that's by Nigeria. Let me look at the map. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, yep. Sure enough, was right. Yeah. And what do you say? Hey man, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Bless. All right, J1 Pro. Salute J1 Pro. J1 Pro. What up, bro? Yeah. I couldn't explain it. Only way I can explain it, these guys not get behind black boxers is because they don't look like them, and that there's been so many of us that it becomes the same old song over and over again, and I think that they kind of get upset about it, you know. And now you get Lomo, and you hear what everybody was saying about him today, you know. All those fights he had, and now he's a grown ass man in the ring, you know, at the peak of his in his prime, fighting cats. And I believe, I mean, what y'all think? Do y'all think Lomo and Triple G kind of got the same like kind of like fight plan? Like they came in the game doing the same thing, you know, not really fighting nobody, and then all of a sudden the American media starts talking about them. People start to get to know them and stuff, and then all of a sudden they fight a semi okay dude on national TV. Then people keep talking about him, calling them No Mas. They already gave him a nickname, you know. What do y'all think about that? Like, you know, I think World Breaker said that today. I don't know if it was him or 78, but it seems like they all following the same game plan, you know, and it's kind of like with the same thing Eddie Hearn is doing. If you think about it, look at what he doing with AJ. Everything about Eddie Hearn always speaks like this to me when it comes to Eddie Hearn, one of his cash cows, one of his good fighters fighting somebody. How much risk does this guy? How much of a risk is this guy is to how much money we get? It seemed like every fight that Eddie Hearn has, that's what it always would. That's what it always is. That's what it always is. I mean, people could say with Vlad. Vlad was coming off a layoff, a loss. Now that's the most vulnerable state that you can get somebody in. That is the most vulnerable state that you could get somebody in. Coming off a hiatus and coming off a loss. Hey, Laws Dawkins, man. Where you from, man? I'm pretty sure you're from over here, but where you from? I think that, so, all right, look, check this out. I was living in Toledo for the when E-Bunny had that one fight. I forget who it was, but let me look it up. I didn't go to the fight, even though I live literally right across the street. I could see people walking into the place. I could see people walking into the place. I could hear them screams and all that stuff. But I didn't go to the fight. I did not go to the fight, but I lived in Toledo at the time, and from what I've seen come out of those fans is that they was literally willing to follow that boy anywhere he fucking went. That was the first time the Seagate Center, no, that wasn't the Huntington Center sold out. That was the first time the Huntington Center in downtown Toledo, because I used to live in Commodore Perry Apartments. I was down there for that fight, but I totally forgot and all that stuff, and they sold out. That was the first time they sold out that stadium, was when E-Bunny had his first fight there. Because they used to fight, the lower flights in Toledo, they fight at the Seagate Center when they doing all the up-and-coming fighters and stuff like that. they do them out of the Seagate Center, which is right across the street from there. That's where your boy well, he ain't, I know he ain't your boy, but that's where Trump went to do his rally at Seagate Center, downtown Toledo. He didn't do it at the Huntington Center. But yeah, his fans is willing to go see one good thing over here. Okay, you repeat. Cypher, sure. Oh, so you from the UK, bro? Yeah, I mean, but that's the way it should be. Like with E Bunny, man, they knew that boy had heart, and they followed him, you know, everywhere he went. You know, and I even know some cats that got party buses to drive to New York to go with him. They rented party buses and all kind of things. Like, you know, I know at least about 3 people that rented a bus with 3 separate fucking groups from Toledo that drove to go see that boy in New York. You know what I'm saying? So people could, but you're right. I mean, far as what I can see, y'all do. But the whole thing about it is that, you know, it's kind of like, you know, boxing over there is just, it seems like more diluted, but it's just as diluted over here. Like, as far as the high influx of boxers that the number of boxers you have out there, I believe we have more than you guys. But since you guys are so small and stuff like that, and you know, you guys know this guy's from this neighborhood and blah blah with whoop. Yeah, I can see y'all got more love because you guys have more. You guys have more smaller. It's smaller. You know what I don't know if you get it. Like, you know, Toledo is smaller than Detroit. Toledo is smaller than Flint, but you know, you still got people from Flint and Detroit following their fighters around the U.S. But if Detroit was as small as where you from in the UK, as you got that same type of people out there. But, you know, not everybody get that love, though. Not everybody. A lot of fighters out here don't get no love. I believe there's fighters out there that fight on ESPN and that fight on ESPN app that have to work second jobs. Ducking Wilder and Ortiz shoes a yellow streak. Yeah, I mean, you know, AJ and White can do whatever the fuck they got options. They just don't want to utilize them. I mean, I keep trying to tell you, Laws. AJ ain't been calling those shots, man. AJ has not been calling those shots because even with the 50 million comment, he said, and the way he even, you know, reneged on that, it wasn't even cool. It wasn't even cool. That dude basically said, yeah, but then he came back like, you know, my daddy want me to renege on that thing I said, you know, I hope you don't mind. And Wilder's like, yeah, you know, man, you know, the contract is like, you know, and you know, it is what it is. Come on over here, man. Let me give you the triceps so you can rip it up. And Deontay Wilder knocks him out like Red, like Debo did Red. Come on, bruh. My daddy asked me to ask for that contract back. You know, it's like both of ours, but I just keep it at my house. Yeah, whatever, dude. You know. Yeah. So, what do you guys think about the Ring magazine naming Tyson Fury #1? What do you guys think about that? Do you think it's a conflict of interest? You know, Wilder used to be in with Golden Boy, and Golden Boy suing the PBC. You know, do you think that's kind of like biased? Do you think that they really mean it? You know, do you think they should have based it off of the record, what's on the box rec versus what's their opinion? Like, what do you guys think about that? I'm gonna wait for you guys to catch up, see if you guys type anything. Yeah, first off, the owner of Ring Magazine wears drag. Oh man, shit. Well, he got caught. Yeah, you ain't lying. He wears drag. They got the photos to prove that. And word on the street, he got caught twice. And with the kitchen utensils, he got caught with them too. And he got extorted. From what I hear, that's what the word on the street is. He got extorted, and word was on the street he had to go to the FBI. Yeah, and hey, Lost Dawkins, I haven't seen it. So I'm not gonna say I have. Have you ever saw anyone in the ring after a fight holding up that fantasy belt, or have you seen anyone ever flaunting that fantasy belt like it actually means something? Hey, ain't no problem, Rob Sportsman Lee. Ain't no problem, man. I see you and Lost Dawkins everywhere. Everywhere I'm at, it seems like y'all at, homie. So I'm pretty sure y'all outstanding citizens, because I ain't never seen y'all get kicked off of nobody's channel. Yeah, Golden Utensil Boxing. Yeah, I made a little skit on the Golden Utensil promotions. Yeah. I just think that it's hateful, because if you look at the whole, Golden Boy going over there siding with the Zone, and that's another thing. You mean to tell me that you have to side with the Zone to get your fighter $300 million? Because you can't do it on your own, because you too busy fucking around with kitchen utensils and, in my opinion, snorting coke. In my opinion, you too busy fucking around with golden utensils and, in my opinion, fucking around with cocaine. And then you got Bernard Hopkins, of all people, a co-owner or whatever, working with you, of all people. What the fuck he know? This dude can't even get that gap in his mouth fucking too. Can't even get that fucking fixed. Oh man, he pushed me out the ring, man. He pushed me. And that's after he saw the replay like 15 fucking times. You know what he put? He pushed you with his fist through the ropes, outside the ring, and your old ass had to press your fucking life alert to get up, and you still couldn't get in the ring after 20 seconds, so they had to count your bitch ass out, nigga. Doesn't the Ring Magazine belt look like the one Rocky put on Apollo Creed casket? You know what? It probably is. You know what? I ain't even gonna lie with you, Rob. I don't even know what the motherfucker look like. And you know what? I was just thinking about looking it up, but I ain't. I'm not. I'm for sure ain't gonna look up that shit, cause it ain't. I don't think. And another thing, like, nobody's pushing that shit. Nobody's pushing the Ring Magazine belt, but the Ring Magazine. Yeah, ESPN might talk about it, and Fox News might talk about it in their articles, and a couple of other people might talk about it in their articles, but no. I'm not gonna fucking go out there and be like, yeah, man, that Ring Magazine, man, they got clout. Man. That motherfucker come with golden utensils. It come with an 8-ball. It come with lingerie and some Astroglide and a pack of condoms. No. The fuck I look like? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't. If they, hey, Lost Dawkins, I'm gonna take your word for it when you said no, bro, but Cruiserweight World Championship champion had it on against Tony Blair. What? Hold on, you talking about Usyk had that shit against Tony Bellew, or are you talking about? Hold on, no, you're not. For real? You serious, Laws? You don't tell me Usyk was rocking that shit like it meant something. Hey, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie Hearn gave him an 8-ball to wear that shit. Hey man, if you wear this belt, I give you an 8-ball and a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? And you know, burrito, you know, carne asada burrito, you know, some cilantro, extra guacamole and cheese. You know what I'm saying, hombre? You know, I wouldn't even. Come on, bruh. Yeah, Bernard Hopkins. Like this mother. And man, I wish Blood Boxing made that skit again with that Uncle Ben's fucking rice. That shit right there. That skit that motherfucker did, my fucking God. Jesus Christ. And it, let me tell you, every time I hear Bernard Hopkins, this is how, because the motherfucker be whistling, be like, that big ass gap he got. Man, go get that shit fixed. Man, I would say the Ring magazine belt more prestigious than the IBO belt. Well, shit. No, it ain't Lost Dawkins. I'm not gonna look it up, but come on, bruh. That shit better not be the one off of Rocky. That shit better not. So you mean to tell me Rocky Balboa had that shit first? Get the fuck out of here. You mean to tell me Rocky Balboa had that shit first? Well, Apollo Creed, Rocky, and then wasn't it the Ivan Drago, and then Mr. T? Damn. A whole bunch of cartoon motherfuckers had that shit before it was even thought of. Get the fuck out of here. And then, oh man, that's another thing I want to talk about, man. Y'all hear about Tyson Fury? Where that shit at? Oh no, that was on World Boxing News. WBN. It was on World Boxing News. I think I saw it at work, and I damn near spit my coffee out. But after sitting down, drinking my coffee, relaxing, taking a couple of shits and stuff like that, you know, I wouldn't really be mad. I wouldn't be mad about this. So Tyson Fury nominated for BBC Spotty Sporting Moment of the Year. I don't think Tyson Fury should be nominated for anything for getting his ass knocked down on the mat and getting the fuck back up. Lost Dawkins, that's some bullshit. Nobody, that's some bullshit, man. That fucking raggedy ass fucking belt. You mean to tell me they got they belt straight off a fucking movie? That is some bullshit. Hey, that's another reason why Oscar De La Hoya is a fucking clown. God damn. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. Give him one of them shits too, man. That's some bullshit. Yeah, but I was reading that shit, man. That's crazy. But anyways, let me say it again. Tyson Fury nominated for BBC Spotty Sporting Moment of the Year. Now, let me see. The Spotty has revealed their 5 greatest sporting moments of the year. Nominations ahead of 2018 Sports Personality of the Year award. No. I don't think you should get nominated for almost getting knocked out. And if you ask some people, you got knocked out. That is some fucking bullshit. Now I can see. Oh, that's what you meant. British Academy in Film of Television of Arts. Yeah. Oh man, that motherfucker he acted a fucking fool. He acted a fool in the ring, between rounds, outside the ring before the fight. Yeah. They should give him a British Academy of Film and Television Arts. They should give him a BAFTA award. You goddamn right. They should give him a BAFTA award right next to Roman fucking Polanski. Yeah. I ain't looking at it. I don't even want to. Yeah, I'll look it up one day, man. But I don't even want to. That belt is some bullshit, man. I don't even want to see that shit in the ring. They shouldn't even have that shit in the ring. Yeah. So what do you guys think about Tyson Fury being nominated for the BBC Sporting Moment of the Year for getting his ass up off the mat, for almost getting knocked out? And what was some people say he did get knocked out. It was under the ref discretion how long the count was. What do you guys think about that? This motherfucker. Hey, ain't that about some bitch? This motherfucker. Who the fuck runs this shit? And that's another thing, man. And that's the reason why I say, you see Laws Dawkins, how you guys as media, when somebody is up there in the rankings or considered the top dog, you see how they are treated over there. You see. Hold up. Hey, Vanessa, you got any beer? You got me a beer? Because I didn't see it. Just in case you went to the store. Damn, that woman tripping. Did you give me a beer? Because I didn't see your text. What's in that bag? Is there a beer in there? Yes, there's a fucking beer. May I have a beer? Please. Can you hand it to me? I appreciate you, baby. Oh, hope y'all don't mind. Hope y'all don't mind all that. Tyson Fury did not get the BBC Personality Award of the Year. Trust me, bro. The last boxer to get that, I think, is Lennox Lewis years ago. Damn. Hell, give him the award and give him an Oscar while you at it. Yeah. I say. Hold on, let me open this beer. I say, y'all both. It could have been Tyson. It could have been Lennox Lewis, Laws Dawkins, and yeah, they should give him some type of comedy award. You know, great acting boxer of the year, something, because he was using his mouthpiece. He was using that hoe. Yeah, but I don't think. Damn, man, she made me forget what I was about to say, man. God dang, man. Shoot, man, I'm trying to get this beer and she started yelling at me and shit. God damn. Made me forget what I was saying, bruh. Damn. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Laws Dawkins. So you see how the way you guys, your whole media get behind a fighter, like, it doesn't matter how technically sound he is. Once he's on top, he has a belt or something like that, y'all hook him up. Y'all make sure like he gets the limelight he deserves, because in turn that means more revenue for you guys, for the media. That gets another thing to talk about, for the media to talk about. And we don't do that. We don't do that over here. The only time they talk about Gervonta Davis is when he's beating the bitch up in the strip club. You know what I'm saying? How about this country give Wilder an Emmy for most dramatic knockouts? Yeah. They should give him that. They should give him that. You know, and I'm not. Man, I get in the fight. I'm pulling out my gun. That nigga try to shoot. That nigga try to cock back and hit me one of those. I'm shooting that dude in his kneecaps. Fuck that. Fuck that. Cause you might not get up after that hoe. Shit, I'm shooting something. Shit. And shit, you might even miss if you had a shotgun. Shit, how thin his legs is. It might. you go to shoot that motherfucker in his legs and it just slide them thin ass legs. That's my boy, but shit. Even with some buckshot, you might miss them skinny ass legs. I gotta leave my boy alone. That's my boy, Deontay Wilder. Shit, boy, this is skinny ass legs, bro. But yeah, fellas, what you guys think about the media over here, like as you see it, like, do you think that no matter how good, no matter what color a boxer is, like once they reach a certain level or they have one or two belts, and do you think the media should automatically talk about them, keep them in the news? Do you think they should do things to make sure that people are always talking about them, or do you think they should just treat them for what they are worth? And you know what I'm saying? Like what they think they're worth. Like we could all think that, okay, this guy fights this guy is eventually gonna get knocked out or whatever. But do you think they should automatically talk about them and keep them in the news? Hell, if a boxer slap a bitch up, they talk about him real quick. No matter how good he is. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think the media should do like they do over in the UK, give everybody a fair shake, give every fighter out there a fair shake, a fair look? Because, sometimes you go on ESPN and Fox News, you don't see nothing about, you go to the sports page, you don't see nothing about boxing in there. You got to go all the way down to the bottom to hear anything about boxing. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think they should put some of these boxers on the headline, the boxers on some of these articles, maybe even for a couple of hours, maybe even for a half of a day, maybe even for a day, and switch it on to the next story? Or do you think they should just talk about how guys, having domestic disputes in hallways, or domestic, or get caught smoking weed, or getting fired from their job because of they're not performing right? Or what do you think these media guys should do? In my opinion, I think that they should be fair across the board. I think they should be fair as possible across the board. Give these fighters, all of them, some looks. That way that your favorite fighter out here doesn't have to work a second job. There's a fighter, like, you got to think about it though. If a fighter is getting paid, let's say for instance, your fighter, right? Let's say for instance, his last fight, he got $50,000. He has to work a second job. Let's say for instance, if your fighter gets paid $100,000, the way taxes work in the States, he has to get a second job. Let's say for instance, your fighter, I believe that if your fighter gets paid, if he gets paid $500,000 and below, he's most likely teetering to work a second job. Most likely he got a second job, or he's teetering towards getting one. Because ain't no way in hell you could be in the gym like these fighters do, and especially heavyweights, and not have to eat. They got appetites. Ain't no way in hell you're going to be able to cover the medical bills. Because all fighters don't get the same medical coverage. My nose is itching. You got to pay your team. How do you pay for these training camps? How do you pay for these workout sessions? You know what I'm saying? Is everybody gonna pay you to fly up over here, stay in the hotel room for these interviews and stuff like that? Or you got to pay for your own ticket, your own hotel room, just to do your own PR? Yeah, Lost Dawkins, that's my opinion. They need to. And I think they should do it more. I think that the way it's just like the NFL. I think boxing is just like the NFL. Dude, I play semi-pro football. Football has no fucking developmental league besides college football. We could bring up these other, semi-pro football, 7-on-7, the no pads tackle football league. You could bring up the league that who is it? I think it's Chad Johnson and somebody else, or is it Terrell Owens and somebody else? They're coming up with their own football league. You could talk about all these other leagues, football leagues that we have around here in the U.S. But you rarely hear about somebody getting to the Canadian League from semi-pro. You rarely. I got a buddy that went to college, and this year he's playing for a college, and he played with us last year. He got picked up last year, but if they put, it's just like with semi-pro. If the media put they limelight towards that, more players would get to college. More players would get into the Canadian Football League. More players would get into the NFL. The same thing with boxing. These amateurs, these professional guys. The more the media puts behind these fighters, the more the media gets, and the more the fighter's going to get. Because a lot of people don't even know that that every weekend, and depending on what city you go to or what state you go to, there are amateur fights that you could go and watch. You can go and have something to do. You just don't have to do the same thing on a weekend, which is go out and get plastered or go to the casino, go play bingo, or repeat yourself. You can actually take you and the fellas and go watch you an amateur fight. But there's not enough media out there to even know about these things. Hell, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where boxing is ranked in sports over there, bro. But over here is the second biggest sport over here, next to football. Yeah, you know what? And I'm right along with you. But over here, I don't know if it changed, but baseball is the biggest. Soccer is the second. No. Soccer is the second. I think NBA. Don't quote me. This, you know what? Don't even quote me on this. But I'm just gonna run down the sports that I think are the presidents of them. So I would say baseball is first. I would say soccer is second. I would say the NBA is third. I would say football is fourth. And I'm probably missing something. I would say hockey. You know what? I would say golf is fifth. And I would say hockey is sixth. Yeah. That's what I would that's how I would put it. And then, you got a lot of, what's that? Lacrosse is getting big too. I didn't think lacrosse was big, but I stay in Saginaw, Michigan, and lacrosse is pretty big out here. Between lacrosse, baseball, and soccer, I think soccer is the most popular sport. I think soccer is, and I think baseball is coming in second, and then maybe football, and then yes, you get the gist. But yeah, Miles Dawkins, I didn't know y'all got down like that with boxing, man. I didn't know it was the second. I thought I would have figured it would have been behind rugby. I would have figured it would have been right behind rugby. That's where I would have figured it would have been at. But you see that? You see that right there, big homie? Yeah, buddy. Yeah. See, I go to UK every night. Yeah. So I hope y'all do know that this Guinness right here, this is like kryptonite. This shit right here would literally keep black folks out your refrigerator. This is like kryptonite. You as soon as they open the fridge and they see that shit, it's a wrap. You know what, man? I forgot about college football, man, and basketball. I totally left that shit out. Yeah, you're right. Let me see what you got here, Rob. I totally skipped that shit. I was mainly hitting up the professional stuff, but if you want to add stuff in there, yeah, you're probably about right. I mean, but we could be wrong with this, and because I think it's opinionated. I don't think you will ever be able to pinpoint exactly which one is popular. But yeah, you got college basketball, college football, pro basketball, pro baseball, pro hockey. I think you meant to say then boxing. But Rob, man, hey, don't get it fucked up. Soccer is very fucking popular out here. Soccer is is big. Like, I'm from San Diego, man. Motherfuckers out there playing soccer on a week, playing soccer out there on a weekend more than baseball and fucking football. And I'm talking about grown ass men on the weekends. Mainly people be out there be like the Africans and the Mexicans. African and Mexicans be out there. But they be out there deep. They be out there deep. And surprisingly, ever see me some arguments because I go out there too because you know soccer is a good good cardio. But I'll be out there too, and you get arguments. I ain't seen one fight, not one. But you go to a basketball gym or you go do a pickup football game. Oh, somebody gonna be fighting. Best believe somebody gonna get slid under the bleachers. Yeah, but Rob, yeah, but Laws. That's if you read what Rob just wrote, man. That's what we have to deal with over here. You know, all these damn sports, but still, there's room. Yeah, soccer. Yeah, soccer been growing, Rob. I thought like look, you go to Virginia, you go to Maine, you go to Ohio, you go to Michigan, you go to Arizona. There's soccer fields everywhere. Most of them is kids. You know, most of them are just for the kids. But even the people that own the land where they host the soccer games at, they're making 6 figures a year just by hosting tournaments. You know what? We didn't even mention that bullshit. That the NASCAR and Formula One, X Games is popular too. X Games is still popular too. Yeah. You know them extreme sports. Yeah. Damn. Oh, hey, and Rob, speedboating. That's one out here too. Speedboating. Your local county drag strip. Sometimes they be having more people in them motherfuckers than the goddamn college game. They be packed. Yeah, basically all of them multi-billion-dollar sports. All of them. I think the speedboat racing is too. You know what? I think so. What made me get back into boxing was that every time I turned on the TV, there was a fight on. Because I'm from San Diego, there's a fight on. Almost every time I turn on the TV, there's a fight on. It's either you're getting it from the Mexican channel because we're so close to the border, so you can still get some of the Tijuana, channels on the antenna. So, and I just watch them. I wouldn't even look at the names. The only thing I was watching was, like you were saying, Laws. I was just watching the heart. That these dudes had heart. I didn't particularly like the style because, it was just that, rock'em sock'em style, like just standing in front of each other and just like taking the blows and seeing who was gonna quit first. But I was just always astonished with the heart of them dudes that they had in the ring. Most of the time the fights that I saw, they ended quick because the guy would just come out right out of the bell and just smother the dude, boop, 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 and be out. But no, bro, rugby about ill, yeah, getting it straight, yeah, man. But you know what? What'd you say? No, you say, oh, so you saying rugby about third, huh? Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna say that, man. But I kind of see like Ireland, like is the UK. I mean, just I don't know, man, because y'all are so close, y'all right there. I think I read somewhere that. So what's the difference between Ireland and the UK? As what's the difference? Like do they have different rules and regulations? As far as when it comes to boxing, like how much can you charge per pay-per-views? So I think it's the government who did that, not actual Sky Sports. So I remember one time that It had nothing to do with the scalping tickets Eddie was doing, but I think Eddie had to go and talk to Parliament. Hey Rob, man, Rob. I'm telling you, Guinness is an acquired drink. When I would recommend this one right here, only get this Guinness. Don't get the other one. Don't get the tan one. Get this one right here. I'm telling you, man. Get the extra stout. Don't get the other ones. There's two other ones they sell over here in the States. There's a blonde. Then there's one that's everything is black on it. The one that's all black, that tastes like water. It's kind of like, as far as Guinness is concerned, it's like going from a Budweiser, or some people would say a Bloodweiser, to a Bud Light. And then the tan one is like in between. Hey, boxing, man, what city you from talking about rugby is as big as football in your city, man? Where you at? So we can get a little consensus from people around here as far as what sports is bigger. Hey, Rob, what sport is big in your city? And Laws Dawkins, what sport is bigger than your city? Not in your country, but in your city. Y'all go on and let me know that, because I'm in Michigan right now. I stay in Saginaw, Michigan. I'm not from here. I'm from San Diego, California. But college football and college basketball is huge. I think college sports got it on lockdown, and then I would say the NBA, then football, then NFL. That's how I would put it. I would put it down like that over here. I don't think. You know what? I'm gonna start promoting other people, man. Because really, to tell you the truth, I don't care if I get paid for this shit or not. I do this because I find it is good for speaking. I find it is good for, like, learning how to do, public speaking, and learning how to talk to people and stuff like that. And plus, I really do it, to keep the word, to keep it spreading, keep the whole boxing as a whole spreading. And I think it's very important for, even if you don't make videos. Oh, you in Detroit, Rob? Oh man, see, me and your ass, man, we need to link together, man, because me and you, we could have went to the Clarissa Shields fight in Flint, man. We need to link up one day, man. Going down there to Detroit, Flint, or whatever, and we and go and see a fight, man. We can make a couple videos together of us clowning around and show everybody that, hey, these motherfuckers around here in the LDBC, man, they know how to kick it. They know how to support boxing. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere around you damn. Oh, you in the UK too? So everywhere around you is UK. In the UK and you from Huddersfield in UK. Hey man, no offense, man. I ain't don't get mad at me for fucking up the name now. Huddersfield, UK. So you saying everything around you is rugby. Okay. Everything around here, I think AA Boxing would agree. Hold on, not AA Boxing, but I think Rob would agree. Everything around here, yeah. Michigan football, Red Wings, Tigers, take your pick. Yeah, I think college football got to catch the cake, Rob. I think college football got it. I think they got it. But where you at? I didn't. You know what? I didn't. Well, y'all do got a hockey team, so of course, yeah. Okay, I can dig that. What about the Tigers, man? Yeah, okay, you put the Tigers up there. Yeah, you said the Detroit Tigers. So I got 3. So the Detroit Lions ain't big, man? Oh, Southern Ireland is its own country. So they split. Okay. So I got another question in Laws Dawkins. So you mean to tell me? So is they don't say it on here. So is Dublin in the north or the south? So that would mean that Southern Ireland would have their own boxing commission. I would think they would have their own, like their own form of, the UK got UCAT, so I would assume they would have their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like I was saying, my mind's going all over the place. That I think that even if you don't make videos, man, like, you go out there and share, people's videos like World Breaker Fighter, Fanon, or anybody else that you like. It don't have to be anybody within the LDBC, but just make sure you go out there, you support them, you support boxing, share some videos, hell, even if you don't know how to make videos or you don't want to, say too much, post your own video, get you a little video program, put you some clips together, you know what I'm saying? Or post a picture like some people do. They post a picture, and just keep it pushing because, it seems like, everybody on YouTube that's making boxing videos is what's been keeping boxing alive. It's what's been keeping, either the people that's making the videos friends in line with boxing and other people talking about boxing and more people getting into boxing and more people reading up on boxing and more people buying tickets, more people out there, doing things, supporting boxing. I think that's the reason why I do it. It's just to support the sport. I don't care about, obviously I ain't getting no super chats or whatever, but I would put World Breaker Fighter, I would put his PayPal or BFTBs if he had his on this motherfucker before I even put mine. You know what I'm saying? Because World Breaker Fighter and BFTB, once them cats start getting, getting out there and getting more things, then maybe they'd be able to go out there and start filming fights, doing interviews and stuff like that, which in turn will get more people out here because it just seems like the American media ain't doing what it should be doing. Oh, so Detroit fans is kind of like Raiders fans. They pack that hole out, whether they got a losing season or not. Whether or not they not, shit, they still up in there. They still up in that hole, man. But yeah, man, y'all going out there. When y'all see these cats out there live, like your favorite YouTube guy out there that's talking, it don't got, like I said, it ain't got to be the LDBC, man. If it's somebody that that truly supports boxing, that's not out here trying to spread propaganda, that's not out here trying to spread an agenda of putting fans against fans and stuff like that, going out there, man, smash that like button, share their stuff on other social media platforms, or get out there and make your own videos, support boxing a little bit, it just helps out with the overall sport, man. In my opinion, I think it'd be, because the more people we got, the more people that's gonna come out here. Because y'all saw how the Tyson Fury versus Wilder fight was. Y'all see all the influx of people that think they know something about boxing talking about boxing. I've seen at least about 20 people on my Facebook that I know that don't watch. I ain't seen them post a picture of a boxer. I ain't seen them talk about boxing. I've never seen them do anything. But now all of a sudden they talking about what they scored the fight at. I ain't never seen this much of influx people. I didn't see this. I didn't see it Deontay Wilder's last fight. I didn't see it AJ's last fight. I haven't seen this ever. This much of the influx of people coming out of the catacombs, coming out of nowhere, talking about they know something about boxing. Never seen it, and all they stuff they talking about is non-logical. It's not even logical. One dude said, what'd he say? The dude said it was a draw. And he thinks it was a draw because they want to make money off the second fight, so he's not gonna buy he's not gonna buy into the second fight. I told him this. I was like, dude, if you would have took that hit in the 12th round and knew you had to get up, and that when you got up, this dude might hit you again, would you get up? Would you have the heart to get up? So you telling me these two dudes in the ring, they in there showing heart, and you think you're going to discredit the work that they put in the ring because all of a sudden now you got an opinion on boxing? Get the fuck out of here. You wasn't talking. This dude don't even know who Deontay Wilder fought last. He didn't even know. He didn't even know when the last time Fury fought. He didn't even know. But he knew who won that. And he said he watched the whole damn thing. He said he watched the whole fucking fight. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. And I told this other dude, I was like, even if you thought that Fury won, how come if you see even you can't even say that 10 it was close. That 10 count was close. He couldn't even say that. He said, nah, bro, it wasn't even close. And you know where the motherfucker stopped counting at? When Tyson Fury hand left the mat. He said right when he said he thought that when Tyson Fury hand left the fucking mat, that's when the count stopped officially. This dude didn't even know. He said, well, the ref took his time starting to count. I was like, nah, dude, the ref don't start the count. He was like, yeah, the ref starts to count. The ref started at 1, 2, and he was like 3, and he kind of messed up 4, but it was still, but you know, it was kind of a long count, but he kept doing it. I was like, no, the ref never counted 1, you dumbass. If you go back and look at the fucking tape, you're going to see the timekeeper. It's a female. She throws her hands up 3 times yelling because it's in the rule books. They have to yell precisely. You have to yell extremely loud, throwing their hands up with the fingers like this. Each time like this. Boom, boom, boom. Yelling it because it has to be clear. And guess what? She got all the way to 3, and then that's when the ref took over. And when the ref took over from her saying 3 and him saying 4, he fucked up right there. When the ref, I don't know why that old ass motherfucker got on his knees. Because when he was trying to get off his knees, he fucked up the count again. So people can say whatever they want to. If you can say it wasn't a draw, well then you can't even say if you can't say it's a draw, and if you can't say that count wasn't close, I don't want to hear nothing. Because the shit is fucked up. Yeah, man, I know it's late over there, man, but thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for coming out and showing out. I appreciate you. I'm about to get off here, too. There were no American judges, and the UK judge called it a draw. Yeah, he called it a draw. He called it a draw. And another thing, you know at that at Rob, you know at that final presser, you know why it sounded like there was a lot of UK people? Because the UK people was right in front of the fucking microphone. They were right there in front of the camera. You could see them. They're right there with their backs turned. And there actually was blocking the path, and this guy had to keep tapping them to say, hey, keep the path clear. That's why they sounded louder. Even at the fight, the UK fans were close to the goddamn microphones than the other fighters were. That's why they sounded louder. Motherfuckers always getting the thing. Hey, man, but I got to go, man. On that note, hey, Rob, I'll talk to you later. Lawless Doctor, sit on, man. I'll talk to you later. AA Boxing. And I'll talk to you later, too, man. Everybody stay sucker free. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the LDBC and all that.